Yo, what's good, y'all? Codename Chris back with another reaction. I haven't reacted to a Death Battle video in a minute because the last time I did that, the bots on Death Battle's channel, their bots copyrighted me. Like, for what? I forgot what the video was too, but it was a hype video. But yeah, man, it's Omni-Man versus Homelander. Now, if you don't watch Invincible and you don't watch The Boys, you really need to, because both these shows are good. Like, my nigga, both these shows are good. Like, if y'all don't watch them, y'all need to. These shows are really good. Now, I just got into the comics for Invincible. I have not finished the series because I wanted to wait for the animation to come back. Oh shit. But yeah, Invincible and The Boys is really good. The Boys season 3 comes back next month. Invincible most likely won't come back until, I say, the middle of next year. I have to, because they just started voice reacting. I mean, yeah, they just started voice acting literally like 2 months ago. So yeah, man. I don't know everything about both characters, but I know Omni-Man is more ruthless than Homelander. Because if y'all watch The Boys, y'all know Homelander would have just killed everybody, but he's not ruthless enough. Omni-Man is ruthless. He's more ruthless, and Omni-Man is basically a Super Saiyan / Kryptonite. Like, he's literally Superman. But if you think about it, but listen, man, this video is 18 minutes and 18 seconds. I don't know if it'll get copyrighted or not. Hey, it is what it is. If it does, I'm still gonna be grinding. You already know what time it is. I was supposed to react to this earlier, but I want to go play ball with my boys, and it is what it is, man. But let's get into the video, bro. But I already know Omni-Man has to win this fight. Ain't no way in hell Homelander's winning, bro.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by BetterHelp and Mint Mobile.
Almost chucked on my ice. Rooster Teeth. Death Battle. I want them to do another Goku vs Superman, because people are still arguing under that video to this day. That video came out like when I was in high school. People are still arguing under it till this day. It's crazy.
Omni-Man, the invincible champion from planet Viltrum. Homelander, the world's greatest superhero. Brought to you by Bot International.
Most of mine are strong as shit.
Stood the test of time with more aplomb than the very first. Superman. But what if absolute power did, in fact, corrupt absolutely? Answer.
Evil Superman.
We're all screwed. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's
Superman.
Had you go in there for a second, huh? Not really. His name is in the title of the video. Well,
just know if you haven't watched Invisible, there's gonna be spoilers in it. But most of the people that subscribe to my channel or that I'm friends with, I put on Invincible, so they should know what time it is.
Might be forgiven for mistaking Nolan Grayson for his classic comic inspiration.
Don't I have that?
He's even got that sexy mustache that he's not afraid to hide with terrible CGI. Born on the planet Viltrum, Nolan was sent to Earth to act as its superpowered alien defender and spread the enlightenment of his utopian homeworld. And as his superhero alter ego Omni-Man, there was no one better suited to the task. He saved the world countless times, worked alongside the Guardians of the Globe, and even married and had a son, Mark. Life couldn't be better until Mark inherited his dad's Viltrumite powers. That's when Mark found out that his dad was a stinking rat bastard.
Can you imagine coming to a world like he has a lot of patience, because a lot of supervillains do not have patience. Can you imagine coming to another world and trying to conquer it? Literally like planning to conquer it, but then you have a son. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna conquer it when my son gets power, so we both can conquer it together. Knowing that you can conquer it yourself, getting like, making people think that you're a good guy, waiting for your son to get powers, to betray the good niggas that you get your allegiance with, kill all of them, and then tell your son that I'm a hero that's supposed to be conquering planets just because my race are conquering my race are world conquerors. Like, we get sent to planet to conquer worlds. Can you imagine tell your son that after like 18 years? That nigga is not gonna side with you. He's gonna protect Earth. That is the most scumbag shit I have ever heard in my entire life. This nigga is literally, he has a lot of patience. 18 years is a long goddamn time to conquer a planet. That is crazy.
Liar! Turns out Viltrum wasn't exactly the peaceful utopia Nolan promised.
Ain't nobody, niggas not gonna send these soldiers to go help other planets in need. That's not how it works. No. That is a lie. These niggas fought each other to get the toughest soldiers.
Half their population, murdering billions with their bare hands until only the strongest were left. United.
That's crazy though. Like,
purpose.
that's crazy. Only the strongest to live. That's crazy. Like, and it worked. It worked. They got rid of the weakest.
This Viltrumite empire then went on to conquer planet after planet in their home galaxy, murdering any who dared oppose them. So just scratch that whole peaceful part entirely.
And turns out Omni-Man was here to do that same thing to Earth. Sorry, Mark. Your dad's a dick.
Even worse, he's easily the most powerful being on the entire planet.
Imagine combining the raw power of a Kryptonian and the bloodlust of a Saiyan.
Like I said earlier, like
what you get is
that's what you get. You literally get Omni-Man. Literally, bro. Like, it's ridiculous.
Due to their unique DNA, Viltrumites are composed of smart atoms that they can manipulate to achieve superhuman feats.
Damn,
like holding their breath for weeks on end by drawing more energy from the oxygen inside them.
Kinda reminds me of that whole bioelectric aura thing Superman has. That's basically how comic writers bullshit a science-y explanation for his powers.
Except smart atoms make even less sense. How can atomic structure be designated by your DNA? DNA is made of atoms. It's completely nonsensical biological hogwash that I cannot stand.
Uh-oh, comics fans. I'm calling this debunked. Viltrumites can fly, withstand near absolute zero temperatures, and even possess insane healing factors. You know, stuff like getting punched through the stomach, having your guts ripped out, or having your face smashed up in a tomato soup. I don't mean to exaggerate,
and it can heal.
But Viltrumites in this series get fucked up and somehow survive.
However, too much trauma to the brain or heart can overtax their healing factors, and intense heat can be especially damaging.
Even the most powerful Viltrumites can be killed by extended baths in the spicy hot plasma of a star.
That's
And
understandable.
because of their abilities, their inner ear vestibular system is far more sensitive than a regular human's. Intense sonic pressure will disrupt their fragile equilibrium and even prevent them from flying.
Though, pushing themselves to their physical limits only ends up making them way stronger. And considering Nolan has been alive and planet conquering for thousands of years, he's easily one of the toughest Viltrumites around. Like, other aliens attacking him will literally splatter their bodies against him.
Damn.
Inherit everything from his dad, despite his alien genes.
Can you imagine running into a nigga and dying? What? Can you imagine running into a man trying to fight him? Like, you run into and you just die? That's what you do to Omni-Man? Like, you run into Omni-Man and you just die? That's crazy, bro.
Raised as a human with our weak, pathetic human values like love and compassion and not brutally murdering the shit out of everyone you see like a maniac.
That's crazy. That scene was wild, bro. The train scene was horrific.
Earth. Mark tried his best to minimize casualties and outsmart his numerically superior foes.
Nolan, meanwhile, tackled their leader through the portal back to their homeworld
And destroyed the entire planet.
Annihilating their planet for even daring to take Earth from him. Classic generational divide.
Annihilate is underselling it. Nolan flew so fast that his body lit their planet's atmosphere on fire, creating massive country-sized explosions.
You see that shit? This nigga is a planet destroyer. He destroyed an entire race.
With his own body as the projectile.
Omni-Man has flown across galaxies in only a week, survived punching a hole through a planet, and even deflected a meteor the size of Texas.
Assuming that means the diameter of the meteor is equivalent to the distance from the top of the Panhandle to the Gulf of Mexico. That would make it 1,300 kilometers wide.
And weigh over 4.6 quintillion tons, moving at re-entry speeds of over 11,000 meters per second. It
It's basically Superman, bro.
Destroy the moon twice over.
So Omni-Man is strong enough to slaughter those who considered him an ally, the Guardians of the Globe, all to ensure as seamless a transition to the coming Viltrumite rule as possible.
Too bad for Nolan, it wouldn't be that easy, because he'd have to go through his son first.
Mark was horrified by his father's treachery.
Who wouldn't be?
Spurred on by the reveal that Nolan only viewed his mother as a
pet.
a disposable brood
Me, Roser.
Invincible, fought Omni-Man to save
I
them.
mean, you're gonna catch feelings after like 18 years. You're gonna catch feelings. You can't just betray the people you love after 18 years. If you really could do that, you're just a disgusting human being or a disgusting being. But him, he, at 18 years, of course, he has feelings, bro.
Planet. And that's when Mark's real Viltrumite training began.
That train scene was crazy.
Training, like the train.
Yes, we get it. It was a good pun. Jesus.
But if
That
anything,
shit was
it was
crazy.
Omni-Man that learned a lesson about humanity that day.
He may have tried to turn Mark into a Viltrumite, but in reality, as Nolan fled Earth with tears in his eyes,
Cared.
Mark made his father human.
Understandable. Very understandable.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Life can be overwhelming, and
Talking with someone can help you figure out popular culture. Pumping out movies, TV shows, action figures, and video games constantly. Drowning the masses in a slurry of focus-tested nostalgia opium with no end in sight.
yeah, imagine.
Within Vought's pantheon of gods among men is their premier super team, the...
It's crazy how Vought was so fake. When I watched the boys, I thought they were like a good team. They're all just some Hollywood assholes. Like, it's crazy.
7, and its leader, Homelander.
He's got the looks, the charm, the Jesus, and most importantly, he's got the power to slaughter all of America's enemies at home and abroad. This guy probably eats freedom and shits eagles.
But Homelander's squeaky clean corporate sheen is only skin deep. Far from the big blue Boy Scout he's marked.
I feel like next season he's gonna crack, cause like he was with that racist woman. I feel like next season Homelander's gonna snap. Like he's at the point that he might snap.
As
He's
Homelander's
41.
probably
Holy
the
fuck.
closest thing to Lucifer on Earth.
Remember Bad Future Biff from Back to the Future? Now give him superpowers and media training.
Ooh, that makes a lot of sense
Official
with
story
Biff.
Is that Homelander was an alien who landed here as a baby, a tale we're all familiar with.
And one that's total bullshit. Homie was made in a lab
He's
with
made in a lab, bro. That's
proprietary super
crazy.
soldier serum, Compound V.
And he was a complete success.
Too much of a success. He was murdering rooms of terrified scientists before his umbilical cord was even cut. In the comics, Vought had to keep
That was
remote
real. Damn.
controlled hydrogen bombs strapped to him at all times because they had no idea what else could possibly kill him.
As he grew up, he was subjected to psychological conditioning to make him the greatest and most profitable hero of all time.
It wasn't long before he debuted as Homelander, the ultimate defender of the American dream.
Homelander possesses massively superhuman strength, speed, and durability.
Got the
He
basics.
can fly at hypersonic speeds, see through walls with X-ray vision, and detect a person's emotional state from just the sound of their heartbeat.
But you know you're done for when he breaks out his heat vision.
Oh
which is
yeah.
strong enough
Once he
to
does his
strike
heat vision, you know
through
you're done.
crowds of
Look at that. You see
people.
that? I feel like, yo, I thought that was real when I first saw it. I was like, yo, he just killed everybody, bro. He about to go to rampage, and no one's gonna be able to stop him.
Or split airplanes in half.
Or screams so loud that it shatters the eardrums of anyone around him.
Those are innocent bystanders whose ears are exploding, by the way. Oh yeah, he totally botched this mission to stop a plane hijacking, so he forced each and everyone on board to die in the resulting crash so they wouldn't reveal his incompetence.
Well, Homelander's powers may be real, but his heroism is a charade. Though he plays his part well, he cares nothing for the peons he's forced to protect.
True.
The only thing he treasures is, ironically, his public image. Turns
Yep.
out being
Nigga, it's like he's like a social media star. Like he only cares about his image. Like that's all he cares about. He doesn't care about none of his people at
raised as a
all.
lab experiment doesn't create a healthy person. But don't worry, he eventually cleaned up his act and started a totally 100% healthy sexual relationship with a fellow superhero who just happened to be an actual Nazi.
Yep, that's crazy.
Speaking of sex, Wiz, you know how I'm always saying we should figure out how Superman and Lois get busy? Well, forget that, because Homelander proved that they can't when his ejaculation blew his partner to smithereens. Who proved that?
Look, there's no way to sugarcoat this. Considering a human's load has much less mass than a shotgun pellet, it would have to be moving significantly.
Wait, so how did he get that
faster,
lady
which uses
pregnant?
The same kinetic energy, over 1,500 meters per second, or 4.5 times
That's some Hancock shit. I saw Hancock when Hancock nutted. That shit was through the roof like bullets.
faster than sound.
That's right. Homelander can bust a nut faster than the speed of sound. Well, good night, everybody. Ooh, kind of sucks for humanity that they made the...
I remember that. She was like blind, but she can hear, and like that shit was
This
crazy.
dude's the most powerful being on the planet and a
Never
psycho
mind, bro.
murderer.
That's no exaggeration. Stillwell even commented that Homelander has proven immune to every weapon known to mankind, no matter how powerful. Humanity literally lacks the ability to kill him.
That'd include nuclear weapons as powerful as the Tsar bomb, which exploded. with
That's what I'm saying. If Homelander goes on
50
Berserk,
megatons of
no one can
TNT.
kill him. He's literally gonna be
It could have
the
exploded
planet
with twice
conqueror.
that, but The Soviets who created it were afraid it would irreversibly alter Earth's biosphere and end the world. That's right, we all almost died.
And that's the kind of shit Homelander can shrug off no problem. He's strong enough to throw a jet with one hand and fast enough to outspeed a C4 explosion.
Despite being an emotionally stunted man-child, Homelander is still surprisingly cunning and able to manipulate those around him.
Though it probably wasn't too smart to piss off the world's angriest limey, Billy Butcher. Yeah, turns out forcibly fathering a bastard son with someone else's wife is not a good idea.
Sure.
Of note, as unjustifiable as it is, to Homelander, this gave him something he never had before. Some small measure of control over his own life.
Being born Vought's star pupil meant he was under their thumb from the day he was born. His superpowered son was the first thing that was truly his and might be his best option for a new beginning. Or not.
Bad parenting.
This episode is sponsored by Mint Mobile.
After years of fine print contracts and getting ripped up.
Alright, let's get to it. Let's get to it. What the?
Howdy, neighbor. Cocoa? It's warm. You know, Nolan, Homelander is more than just a superhero. It might be cynical to say this, but he's a brand. And it's very important to me that that brand means something. And if I'm playing second fiddle to some goddamn alien, what's really the point, right? What do you think, Debbie?
You killed Debbie?
Aw, she's shy. So do we have an
That's
understanding?
bad.
Get the fuck out of my country. I'm going to feed you your own heart. Shit. That was a great line. Country? Seriously? I'm not here for your country.
Y'all did better with the animation. I like this. Yeah, Homelander is not winning this. I'm sorry. Ain't no way gonna do the train scene with a plane, bruh.
Never been hit by some of your own size before? You have to turn with a punch to reduce.
Nolan is not even trying. I'm sorry, anyone who thought Homelander was gonna win this fight. There's always that small percentage of people who have terrible opinions that really thought he was gonna win this fight, and they're gonna bring all the bullshit that's not canon into the conversation. Homelander was not winning this fight, and y'all know damn well that's true, bro. That's crazy, bro. Look how Nolan's not even trying. The scream is understandable. Niggas is killing innocent people on the sideline.
What's the matter? Are you going to cry? After I'm done with you, I'm gonna black of those shit son of yours. This one less neighborhood and every goddamn person you know.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yep, that's it. Yep. He says he's gonna feed him his own heart. He's gonna do it.
What I promised you. Now swallow.
That makes so much sense. I told y'all, Omni-Man is more ruthless than Homelander. You just see, this man fed his heart to him and crushed his head. What?
Merry Christmas.
Wiz, if there's a guy, it sure seems like he was working out some aggression.
Boy, I
Despite
tell you.
Homelander dominance within the world of the boys, he's a big fish in a small pond, relatively speaking. Homelander can move fast found, well, Omni-Man.
I don't even need to watch the rest of this video because I already know what time it is, bro. Listen, y'all boys. The winner. What can you say, bro? Omni-Man is ruthless. He's like they said in the video, he's like a Super Saiyan and a Kryptonite together. If anyone thought Omni-Man was losing, let me know in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this video. I already knew Omni-Man was going to win, but I feel like a lot of people aren't going to say Homelander was going to win. Or they're going to bullshit and say something else, man. But I'm out, man. Later.